So, Holmes, you figured out the case then?
Yes, see, when I came to examine the packet, I began to piece the clues together. The tarred twine, coarse salt, and type of knot all pointed towards the sailor. When I found out that Miss Cushing's sister was married to a steward on a boat and that he had had anger issues in the past, the puzzle began to piece itself together. Not to mention, as a man with a medical background, Watson, you should understand this, that no part of the human body differs more than the ear. So when I saw one of the ears in the box resembled Miss Cushing's, the odds were that the ear had to be of someone related to her. This, along with the temper of her sister's husband, alerted me to the possibility of him being the murderer. So I told Lestrange to go to the dock and arrest him. I still want to talk to him, though. We will go tomorrow after Lestrange has confronted him.
What a great show of detective work. I would never have been able to piece all that together. And yes, let's go eat, sleep, and start tomorrow off fresh. I want to see what this man has to say as well.
Well, Mr. Browner, or Jim as I'll call you now, we know from the police department you have been found guilty for the murders of your wife and her lover, but we just wanted to hear your story firsthand.
It has been going on for a long time.
See, whenever I would come home from a trip at sea,
I would just want to see my wife. I guess it's kind of my fault for not being around so much, but I began to see us drifting apart. It seemed whenever I would come home, she would be distant, and then when Alan would walk in, her face would perk up. I began to suspect something. On my latest return home, I went to her house looking for her, and her sister Rebecca said she wasn't there. Enraged and drunk at this point, I went looking for her. Alan's boat was out from the harbor, and I assumed they took a short boat ride. I took my rowboat out as well, and through the fog I saw two figures in a boat not too far away. As I got nearer and nearer, I eventually began to see that it was probably Rebecca and Alan riding in that boat. I pulled up next to them, and Rebecca started crying and yelling at me that she was sorry. I had told her before if I ever caught her with Alan again, I would kill them both. I jumped into the boat and killed Alan right away. Then, out of anger for my wife cheating on me, I killed her as well. I figured a way to get back at the family was to send the ears of both of them to Rebecca's older sister. I thought it was the perfect crime. Obviously, I didn't know a detective such as yourself would be on the case.
A story true from the heart, but not along the lines I was expecting. Nevertheless, the case has been solved. On a day's work. You got that right, Watson. Let's go home.